Here. We're here. Admiring the board.
Good evening. I am admiring the board.
Oh, I didn't move up my microphone.
It's like a dead pine tree, doesn't it?
It does.
That? You want to show the people what that is?
It's like a whack. You know what? It's an AI beanstalk.
They won't even know what that is.
AGI.
We will get to that later. Whole new segment.
Spy robots, chat. What the fuck is that?
Welcome to the Power Hour.
Yes.
Yes.
It's been a couple weeks. We're back.
Yeah. When
I gotta say, we had a fun show the last time. It was pretty live.
Yeah, that was good.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, let's.
That's it. You just
We were a little
sit there like a lump. Now, you know what we're doing? We're taking a victory lap.
I was waiting for you to read your ads and stuff.
Right now. What is this?
Welcome to the WellPoint Studios, InsideLowell.
All right. We're starting the show
We should put a apostrophe Will Point.
with a victory lap. A well-earned victory lap. Why not? You know,
Oh yeah.
we're not beneath
Oh, the
taking-
Power Hour got something right?
Yeah. Remember he said that there was no way they weren't going to have a special election.
Remember when I said Mbappe was going to Liverpool? This will not be part of victory lap.
Okay.
We take our losses.
Sorry,
we
Mark.
know we take our
Okay.
losses. But we can also celebrate our victories. So, our last two shows, ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go on a rundown.
Go.
This is important that people know that we have credibility here because we're going to get to some crazy shit later here that, you know, you're going to need to trust me on this one.
I trust you.
You're fucked. All right.
Lead me down.
We almost nailed the exact time of Biden's.
Yes.
Yeah.
We missed it by 1 hour.
We did peg that.
By an hour, it's pretty good.
But we had it nailed. We said, well, as soon as the British Open ends,
Yep.
but we thought the British Open would end at 3. It ended at 2.
Yeah, that was just.
We knew they wouldn't mess with the British Open.
It was a very good one. The show before, we gave our European
And you
Euro
guys,
Cup.
you kind of scoffed at me when I was mentioning the Open.
No, I didn't scoff. I said, that's perfect.
Yeah.
The show before that, we gave our Euro Cup predictions. Mm-hmm. I bravely took England, who made it to the finals and lost.
Yeah.
To Spain, who Han picked. The Women's World Cup, we nailed it exactly right between the three of the 4.
Yeah. It's fun to watch England lose.
The episode before, I had Bryson DeChambeau winning the U.S. Open. We had the Myanmar rebels have conquered the whole northern command of the Burma country. The junta's in trouble. The junta. They're on the run.
That whole thing's nuts.
And guess what? Ukraine invaded Russia.
That's.
Come on!
You never said they'd invade.
Come on!
That was crazy.
All I said from day one is Russia is not nearly as strong as everyone thinks they are, and Ukraine, if you give them weapons, will fight.
It's nuts.
That alone, people are saying I'm insane. Get a grip.
Yeah, I thought
I'm embarrassing myself.
You are embarrassing yourself.
Am I embarrassing myself? No. As Russia has 3,000 troops, Ukraine's blown the bridges in Russia. They have a pocket of 3,000 troops that are going to have to surrender or die, like in the next 48 hours.
How many troops?
And just this is one little pocket, 3,000. This is in Russia.
Yeah.
They don't have any real troops there. They have kids, which sucks. When you turn 18 in Russia, you're conscripted. You do a year, but you're not allowed to fight in a war. It's in their constitution if they have one, but that's the rule.
Wait, what?
So these kids are, when you turn 18, you have to do a year of military service.
Do they follow the rules?
What?
You can't send a conscript like that to war.
Well,
young kids.
What's the point of having them then?
So they become the border guards, and then you have the older border guards become the soldiers. Okay.
Oh, it's like a.
Yes. So you take that
a
spot. Remember,
rotation
it's
thing.
such a big country. You need about 1 million person police and border guard.
Why don't I just
'cause
picture a
it's-
bunch of kids in Adidas sweatshirts,
It's pretty much- no.
tracksuits and AK-47s?
I mean, that's literally Ukraine too. But that's exactly what it is. Like, but hey, you're a Russian kid. You turned 18, so anyone that can fight is in Ukraine right now. They're all in. The kids that aren't legally allowed to fight in a war, no one on earth ever thought that Ukraine would invade Russia. So now they're fighting a war because they've been invaded, and they don't want to fight. I mean, they're kids. Who blames them?
Well, they used
So
to
they
send-
are just-
used to send 18-year-olds over. Like
Right, but these
they made good cannon fodder back.
so
in
it's
the day.
wild. I mean, there's been at least 1,000 of them POWs.
So they're
And
who they've been
beauty of
fighting
it
is
all-
just the young kids. That's what they've been
Oh
rolling.
no, there was one hardcore group of Russian special forces that was supposed to defend this area. It's north of Sumy, Ukraine. You know who it was? It's One of your favorites. It is your favorites.
Who?
The TikTok battalion.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's the Chechnyans, the mighty Chechnyans. They. Hey, let's go a little deep for a second here. Everyone's afraid of the Chechnyans. And like, in fighting and these are definitely
Wait, quick sidebar.
vicious, tough people.
Wait, did you see what they did with the Chechens? What they did with the Tesla truck?
Oh yeah, Kadyrov put the big gun on top.
Get rid of it. I know he's a tyrant, but he makes me laugh.
He's a warlord. He's a warlord.
He's a warlord.
He's definitely an entertaining.
Yes.
He's not my favorite warlord. We did that last year. But it's okay.
But he's up there. Go ahead.
So the Chechnyans, there are actually two TikTok. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, there's two special force battalions. They're called the Akhmat unit. Everything in Chechnya is Akhmat. That's Kadyrov's dad. He's the one who, he didn't found Chechnya, but he's the one that gave them their independence, signed a deal with Putin, whatever. Everything in Chechnya is Akhmat. So this is Akhmat. These are these special forces. Except there's two of them. One actually goes and fights, and the other is all the kids and relatives of the elite. Kadyrov and like his dopey. He's the hardcore dude. Once you get to the next couple generations, these kids, that's the TikTok battalion. Their job, they weren't even allowed to go into Ukraine. They just had to stay there.
Yeah.
And Ukraine just fucking rolled them, just completely rolled them. And they left, they fled, they abandoned the cities, and their spokesman now is literally like Baghdad Bob in Iraq. It's amazing. This guy, you see him, you're like, this guy is terrifying. What happened? He goes, we didn't see him. They snuck by us. You have all the young, like 18-year-old Russian kids saying, no, we were going to defend, and all the Chechnyan guys were going the other way. And the guy's like, no, that's not true. We're going to find him. And he gives updates every day. Like today, his update was, yep, this city's been completely liberated. And sure enough, the Ukrainians just putting out videos in city halls, smoking cigars. Like, oh, yeah, totally. So we had to update that.
I just thought, at first I thought it was just going to be like they're rolling through kind of empty territory. And
they are. Like, we've said it for years. But go ahead.
No, but I thought they were just going to avoid the cities, do the stuff. But they've been like... it's more nothingness than you think. But there is a city. There's a couple towns. It's not just undefended land. Like, they've got over 1,000 square miles now.
Well, here's where it's up to like 1,200 square miles.
And they got the pipeline.
And they've taken over the pipeline that goes into Turkey. Yeah. Hungary. It's a really important thing. So what they've done now is they've blown all the bridges for that region. So now the Russians, again, there's about 3,000. They're kids. Like, as much as I go off here, I feel bad for a kid that could just get sucked into that. They're trapped, and there's no way of getting help or getting out. It's like something kind of major is going to happen there. But Ukraine is digging in. They're saying, that's fine. You want to fight a war with us? We'll fight it in your country. So it's not like a little raid that goes in. They are setting up shop. Right? So what happens?
We never thought this would happen.
So Ukraine has more troops than anyone thinks right now. They have a hidden army. They have a large hidden army.
Must be what it's like living in Texas right now.
How do we define a large hidden army?
There's at least...
We're talking like an extra 25.
In my world of where I get sucked into this information, there has been at least 50,000 Ukrainian soldiers that are just unaccounted for. All the ones that have been trained in Europe and the United States, everywhere. Remember, they've been doing drafts and they've been mobilizing their whole
mysterious force of 50K.
Yes.
Okay.
As soon as Russia moves anywhere to solidify Russia, they're going to have a weak point, and Ukraine is going to smash through it. Get ready for a hidden army.
So hang on a minute.
I'm not saying it's 50,000, but there's a lot of people. There's more than people think.
All right.
And we said it for years. Russia's so all in, they're completely undefended.
Can I offer a potential counterpoint here?
Before you do it.
Go ahead.
This show predicted that the Wagner Group would turn around and invade Russia, which they did.
Yeah.
Maybe the only show in the world. There's no one to stop them. Ukraine won't, because they know what would happen. Ukraine could take Moscow. I'm not exaggerating. People don't understand. There's nothing to stop them. The only thing stopping them is geopolitics and the threat of, that's when Putin could nuke you and kind of get away,
Yeah, I can nuke him.
Yeah, right. Yeah. At that point, if you're Ukraine, like you can deserve a nuke.
Justified?
Yes. So that's where they're at. Ukraine's digging in. Wherever Russia sends troops from, we're going to go with the prediction here. Zaporizhia. All right, get ready for the Zaporizhia region. That's where the power plant is. Southern Ukraine. Send troops there. Ukraine smashes through. And then we get closer to a peace deal. Okay?
What do you think time-wise, peace deal?
Russia can't survive next year. I've been wrong. I've been wrong about Russia's ability to take a beating. I'll say that.
Well, Bach has always been right when he says that they are not afraid. There is no barrier to them throwing human capital at this problem.
Russia's pain tolerance, I didn't think in modern times it was possible.
Now that being said, Russia has more troops. Ukraine has now sort of split their forces, right? They have stretched out their territory because if they have forces into Russia, was it 800 square miles? I forget where we were at with that.
How much? No, they've got like 12 or 1400 square miles.
Up to 12 or 14? Okay. So Ukraine has sent forces in there, and they've taken a big chunk of land over in Russia.
Yep.
But were Russia from a manpower perspective, they have bigger numbers, right?
Oh yeah.
Were they to launch a counteroffensive and sort of cut that group off?
Oh yeah, no, it's risky.
There's a lot of risk here for Ukraine. No, that's what I mean. That's how I'm looking at it.
That's why they blew the bridges. It's good. Ukraine.
But they're right. They're right for a counteroffensive.
Again, I don't give a shit about Zelensky. I care about the people fighting for their country. That's what I've always cared about.
Yeah, he cares about him.
He's so hot. No, I know. I can't. Everyone's always Zelensky. I'm like, I don't care about Zelensky. Get out of my face.
You want to watch him play the piano, don't you?
I like any person living in peace that gets invaded that fights back. That's what we all should strive for.
Okay.
But the Ukrainians, you lost my train of thought there.
So you're pro-Israel after October 7th. Is that what
yeah, they have a right to defend themselves.
Yeah,
that's correct. But, the bridges. So they've blown these bridges. That was going to be, they're in Kursk Oblast. That's their way out to expand. Ukraine, they've kind of locked themselves in. So it's good. They won't go further. They've got their land. They will actually take some more smaller pockets, but they're not going to go for the city of Kursk. They're not going to go for Belgorod. They're there, and they're proving a point, which is good. Russia has to swing around to those destroyed bridges. So they have no picnic getting in there, no matter who they send. And whoever they send is in for a fight, and they're going to free up someone in the south.
Well, I heard
the
biggest impediment to them doing anything with those bridges. They got a Tiger grant for it. It'll take 15 years.
Well done, Batch.
If they use an American contract, it'll take 15 years to build them.
They bring in like the specialist Marty Bean. Yeah. Take that one. That one.
Scancer comes in and takes
You can keep that piece of crap right there. Rookbridge, no thank you.
So you got to think though that some of this has got to be. If I'm Ukraine, I'm like I want to get this settled before November.
Not settled, but they need to do enough. They need to break through. That's it. So you know what? Yeah, we're going. There's nothing happening local, so we're going international here.
They actually had a nice meeting last week.
They have that land, but that's not enough. They need to smash through. Remember, they have F-16s now. They can destroy that bridge. Crimea. I always thought Crimea was the target, but to get there, it's like Normandy. Like you know what I mean? Like
I don't think they care about Crimea anymore. I
think Crimea is. Really, there's nobody there. They could take it, just like they took Russia. Yeah. Saying there's not many troops in Crimea. You just gotta get them there. If Ukraine can get them there, they could take it quick.
But it's all Russians now, anyways. I mean, the Russian people moved in basically.
Yes, they did. You know what? Honestly, it was always a
it was an
pro-Crimea. Oh yeah. In an ideal world, that would be like a neutral ground where it's like Russians and Ukrainians living in peace. Good luck with that.
It might end up that way.
That would be great.
I wouldn't rule that out.
That's part of a negotiation would be, we give you back your Kursk region, you give us whatever. Ukraine just have been saying that they have to reach the sea. They're cut off right now. Russia's got a land corridor from Crimea up around. If they break through that, then they can really have a good negotiation. But if they break through that, they're going to break through the whole fucking thing. Break the Russian army.
What is Putin's breaking point as far as a nuclear threshold is? Like, at what point does he say, my back is now against the wall.
How's this?
And I have to do something desperate.
Before I answer that, yeah.
Go ahead.
How wrong has everyone been the entire time? Oh, we started with javelin missiles, like to take out tanks. Like Russia's like, don't interfere. Then we gave them man pads to shoot down the helicopters. Like, don't interfere. Then we gave them HIMARS to fucking annihilate their army. Then we gave them ATACMS. We gave them F-16s. These are Putin's red lines.
Oh, no,
We're just, nice red line you got, bitch boy. Well, I mean, come on. You guys have been wrong the entire time. These red lines are soft. Ukraine invaded Russia. What more red lines do you need? Thank you. Your face says it all.
So I feel like
Slava.
You know what your red line is? When the Russian guy at the bar buys you a drink, you better have a taster, my friend.
Oh, no, I'm not. Actually, won't even know. It's like a little pin trick of the umbrella.
You're getting the uranium old-fashioned.
What you're saying is a fair point. I think had they gone to the city of Kursk is super important. It's like Gettysburg. It's the largest tank battle in the history of the world. Happened. Yeah. It was, right after Stalingrad. So I'm glad Ukraine kind of boxed themselves in a little bit. And like,
but they did. They did take some. And they're not huge cities, but they took some urban areas. I thought they were just going to kind of mess around in the out in the plains. But
here's what's wild is that what they took there. I think it's Bryansk. They're all called oblasts. That's like their states.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got Belgorod. Just north of that is Kursk, and next to that is north of that is Bryansk. There's nothing. Ukraine can take entire Bryansk in a second. I'm saying don't do that, but they could. So there you go. It's been a long time since we had a Ukraine war update.
So we were gonna have a show. Was it last week? I think we were gonna have the show. I was reading up on the Myanmar stuff.
Myanmar. My rebels.
Well.
Creeping on Mandalay.
Well, just how long that country.
Shout out Stephen Paddock, right?
Oh no shout outs for Stephen.
That's what you shouted out last time.
They've been in chaos for like 60 or 70 years. They've been fighting since the end of World War II. Like they haven't.
The rebels.
Everybody, like it's.
Oh yeah,
nothing's been.
Well, it was like hardcore communists, so China was backing them.
Well,
Vietnam,
back and forth, like it's.
The rebels are gaining significant strength. They're doing very well.
Yeah, well, they sound better when they get the.
Here's the problem, though. Could we go full disclosure here in our world news update? Obviously, I back. This is a ground-up, actual grassroots revolution. Farmers and poor people. It's awesome. It's what you root for. It's what you watch in movies. There's one group of them that's getting a little genocide-ish. So we'll.
Yeah, because there's like hundreds of different ethnic groups.
There's 154 different ethnic groups.
Yeah.
They don't all get along.
Like,
the one they all hate the most is the Rohingya. If you were on Facebook in 2017, remember Joseph Kony and all this whole shit that no one, every girl or guy shared this, and you're like, you have no idea who any of these things are. Yeah. It's just the cause of the moment. The Rohingya were that, I think it was in like 2017, but they genuinely got genocided. So they're sort of part of this revolution, like, gently, like, yes, we'd like a little freedom here too. And one of the rebel groups in that area kicked out the junta and kind of did the exact same thing. So
yeah, I mean,
we look down upon that. We look down upon that. We don't like that. We keep it fair here.
I haven't been keeping up with
the Karens, though. The Karenni.
Oh yeah,
on fire. I got a good video.
See, those are the ones I think that are going to be the ones that. Those are the ones you really want to root for.
Oh yeah, no, there you are. Then the groups above Mandalay, the Karenni. It's awesome. So, I
haven't been keeping up with barbecue, though. I haven't checked in on barbecue in a little bit.
So here's what's your Haiti update. The Kenyan troops. I got an update reading about a regular citizen in Port-au-Prince in the gang. They're like, they don't leave. There's 1 square mile that the state controlled anyways. Like, they don't leave it anymore. They just stay right there. They're literally the police force for the corrupt government. That's all they do. They don't patrol. They don't do anything. So all these regular people are like, you're our saviors and you're too afraid to even come out and do anything.
Oh, God.
So, again, poor people get completely screwed. Barbecues, 90% of the capital is under gang control. There's that.
That's not a lot.
All right, what else we got? Well, low high, starting tomorrow. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Starting Monday.
Staff is in Monday and students are in Tuesday.
Doesn't that seem early? I think my kids go back
Thursday.
Thursday.
Looking early.
Will that new building be ready?
So what is the new building? Which one is that? That's the freshman?
Well, it was described as the new 5-story freshman academy, right?
Yeah.
I thought the only new building over there is the gym.
But it's mixed use. They get the gym. That was already done. Just no home track meets. You know, someone didn't measure the track and the stands quite properly.
Wait, what?
What?
Hang on a minute. You guys don't know this?
No.
Yeah, when Lowell High has a home track meet, they have to go to Reggie Lewis down in Boston.
In Boston?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
that's hot.
whoever designed
What's wrong with
the
Chelmsford?
gym, whoever designed the gym,
They have to go.
Okay, that's
I did.
heartbreaking.
All right. I'm sorry.
get the it rings without the ring. Yeah. But whoever designed the gym didn't realize that when you pull the stands out, it goes over the track, which is a problem for a track meet, right?
Yeah, but how many people go watch a track meet?
Yeah, right.
Apparently more than you think. I don't go to track meets.
What if we go COVID style? No people allowed.
Yeah.
Masks too.
Yeah,
just in case.
But they don't do that. So because the stands go over the track, there's no home track meets.
Well, plus, is there only one toilet?
And there's a bathroom issue too. Yeah.
What's the problem? I don't know these things.
Not enough bathrooms.
This feels like a Facebook chat group that I've never
They
seen.
didn't put enough bathrooms in for the girls, I think, right? Is it both?
I think it might be both. I don't remember the whole details on the bathroom thing.
Yeah.
Girls are still a thing? That's all right. Stay with me a list.
But what I'm saying is, when I drove by, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, was the last time I drove by that new building. I was like, oh, it doesn't look ready at all.
What's the
The whole entrance looked like it was still under construction.
Which rehab's building are you calling the new building?
This is it's a new building,
Right,
like
so
where the
this
pool used to be.
Oh, there is a real
The
new
grand
building.
opening of Lowell High should be this 5-story freshman
Right.
academy, right?
Yes.
Whatever it's called.
It's a 5-story building, yes.
All right. We don't.
Well, we're told it's
I'll
going to
say
be ready.
who cares if it's not ready Monday? We'll be ready Tuesday for the kids.
According to
they'll just be,
according to reliable
someone just
sources,
throwing
hang on,
shit
hang
in the
on.
closet. Like, look, here, just throw stuff away.
The answer is, according to reliable sources, it will be ready to go.
Oh, all right, good. That's confident.
In spite of reliable sources a couple weeks ago saying, "Oh boy, I don't know about this."
God.
All right.
So let's see.
There's somebody stuffing like open wires up in the.
I'm just
That's what I'm
curious.
saying. It's gonna be
Hang on.
absolutely.
yeah.
I'm curious.
I'm homesick and like doing nothing, and my wife getting home from work and just throwing shit around. I'm like, oh
yeah.
I'm cleaning all day.
If it's not,
dishes out the window.
this is what I want to know. If it's not ready, what the heck's Plan B? Because you've torn apart, half of the the old building. As
Hold on, Plan B is a little bit extreme, right? It's not like it's like cosmetically just not
Isn't
exactly.
it too late for Plan B?
What month are we in?
Speaking of that, Democratic convention happened. Right?
I have no interest in watching any of that.
Nothing.
Neither convention. I didn't watch the other one either.
No, it was.
I don't know. I'm just like,
Although you know what, Hulk Hogan was pretty interesting.
oh yeah.
The Hulkster was unique.
Team Trump.
So, like, Biden was on like midnight last night. Who would watch that?
Was it
Nobody.
Yeah, but what time did he actually record it?
They said he was there. Like, I know, like late.
When did they set his clock to?
Yeah. We talk about AI Biden, the fake human Joe Biden.
sorry.
What Biden are
Did
we
you say
talking?
AI Biden? Oh, we'll get to that in our new topic.
Yeah. So I have a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
Have you ever heard of the Quiet Skies program?
No.
Quiet Skies program. Is that like the new Delta thing where you can't talk and coach?
No, not at all. That might not be a bad idea. And Batch would use that to ban all children on flights.
Oh, that's a great idea. Childless flights. You
Paying
kidding
double
me?
taxes anyway, so who cares, right?
Yeah.
Shout out JD Vance.
Anyway, a real patriotic American, Tulsi Gabbard, who was running for president not so long ago, who eviscerated Kamala Harris and,
Yes, she did.
basically ended her political career until it was brought back off life support by Joe Biden, making her vice president, even though she probably didn't deserve it. But that's for another day. So when she was polling at less than 1%, it was thanks to Tulsi Gabbard getting 90% on the debate stage and absolutely destroying her.
Someone's in love with Tulsi Gabbard.
I'm a big fan of Tulsi Gabbard.
Go on.
So anyhow, she was interviewed roughly 2 weeks ago. I forget what it was. Maybe a couple weeks ago, right after Kamala Harris gets named the presidential candidate on the Democratic side. I think she goes on one of the Fox shows, Fox News, I believe. And Tulsi just hammers away on why she will be an absolute disaster for the country. The next day, she's put on the terror watch list. Okay?
Wait, is she really?
She's put on the terror watch list, and she's part of this, what's called the Quiet Skies program. So the Quiet Skies program is a way to efficiently deploy, anti-terrorism resources to make sure that flights are safe from folks who may be a danger to in-flight travel. All right. So this is the list, right? This is because if Tulsi Gabbard's on your plane, hang on. Here's the human resources that go on a Tulsi Gabbard flight. So every time she flies.
Hold on. Hans first ever notes here.
Hang on. She gets, let's see, what do we got here? 2 explosive detection canine teams. Okay. Every time she flies, this is what's dedicated to her in those flights.
What if they don't have 2 there?
No, they have to have 2. Those are the rules.
Like if Tulsi's coming around? Okay.
2 explosive detection canine teams, 1 transportation security specialist in plain clothes, 1 TSA supervisor, and 3 federal air marshals.
You know what?
That's what you're spending to keep an eye on Tulsi Gabbard, who ran for president, who's I believe she's an acting member of the military.
Yeah.
Right? She's like the most patriotic person who's run for president of late.
I won't say it, but go ahead. That's fine.
No, go ahead. What do you got to say?
So all these things are there to protect her?
Never mind.
Huh?
These are all the things that are there to protect her?
I'm serious. If I knew she was going to be on a flight, I'd be like, this is the safest flight ever. That is safe skies.
Yeah, but do you think that she needs to go through all that harassment?
It seems a bit excessive, but
a bit.
I'm just saying, if I'd like to be on that flight.
Are you sure these aren't things put in place because they're afraid she's a target?
I'm saying, right. They're trying to keep her safe.
Or they think she's...
You're misreading the whole thing.
Yeah, you got backwards, man.
No, I'm not.
I'm not joking. I would love to be on that flight. Have like 3 sky marshals, multiple dogs. Hell yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. They think she's on a terrorist watch list?
No, they're just being dinks.
That's response. That's the day after she crushed Kamala Harris in another TV interview.
Here's a headline for you.
Are you sure it's not just that she's a high...
No. This isn't protection for Tulsi. This is make life a pain.
This is not because she's a Russian spy, right? Okay. Just asking. Just people that are going to ask me to ask
never
you.
was.
I'm just asking.
I know.
This is a real headline.
A Syrian spy?
Oh, no, she likes Russia.
People love to dismiss her, though. The people that love, like, Biden and all. And,
I like her. I like just about everything about her except for her Russia love. I mean it.
Hey, hang on. Does she love Russia or does she not like just endless war spending?
Well, we won't get into this.
Oh, we don't want to get anything that violates Ukraine's funding.
She won't say anything bad about Russia or Putin.
Well,
and she complains about it.
She won't tell the
She has done this for years. Tulsi, Glenn Greenwald, Tucker. There's a whole crew of them. It's all the same.
Yeah.
Get ready. You know why? For that.
Go ahead, Ukraine Asa.
They're fighting.
No. It's AI Asa.
AI Asa.
We're going to go deep in the rabbit hole, and they will be involved.
They're fighting against 80 years of a false narrative about Russia's intentions.
Associated Press retracts its story, its fact check, denying J.D. Vance had sex with the couch.
Oh, they're rolling back the couch banging session.
Yes. So
Wait, what?
Had
sex with a couch?
Someone started a fake rumor that he had sex with a couch, or I don't know what it was. And then that was like a real news headline. And then they fact check it. They fact check it. And like somehow they said it was real. And everyone's like, no, I just made that up. That wasn't real. They're like, oh, okay, we'll fact check our fact check.
Well, I heard he had a love seat because the couch wasn't a pull-out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked.
I thought it was fruit punch on the cushion.
Oh.
You know what? Anyhow, is Tim Walz going to apologize now for throwing couch jokes at J.D. Vance?
I wouldn't. Would Trump?
Would Trump? Well, Trump's a different animal. I mean, what are we
talking
about? I'm talking about Tim Walz.
I'm saying if Trump had made that joke and it was wrong, would he apologize? Yes or no?
If you pretend that you went to war, hang on a minute. If you pretend that you went to war,
you are lost.
And then you're attacking a guy who actually went to war.
What?
And then you're going to say,
I'm talking about war.
Why are you so angry, guy?
You see what's happening here?
Yeah, you're angry. You're turning purple.
No, I'm not. You are an angry white man.
What are you talking about?
All your Republican and this and that and that. Oh, it's bad. We're losing you. Come back to us.
Did you bet on Tim Walz or something? What is going on with you?
Reality. We were just talking about Tim Walz and the sex on the couch, and he's talking about war and shit.
Why can't
it's not that? Yeah, you can't.
If you're Tim Walz, right?
Would Trump have apologized? That's what I said. So if Trump made a sex joke, would he apologize?
What would Trump? Who gives a shit what Trump would do?
You're not on a team here.
I'm talking.
You're not getting paid for this shit.
Hang on a minute.
Be fair.
What am I unfair about?
Would Trump apologize if he made a couch?
Why are you so angry? Who gives a shit about Trump?
Ah, there he goes.
What's wrong with you?
Yes,
should Tim Walz apologize?
I don't care about Tim Walz.
You sir seem like you do.
No, I really don't. I could care less about anything about him. You know what I care about?
What do you care about other than AI, Ukraine and AI?
Why? I'm in it. I'm serious. Why wouldn't you just say, of course Trump wouldn't apologize for that joke? Are you that? I'm saying people get so sucked in that they lose their mind.
Trump from 4 years ago. Hang on. Trump from 4 years ago.
Yes or no?
Trump today, maybe.
I don't think he'd apologize.
It's a softer, kindler Trump.
Another headline, since I'm in the headline section. Modern day miracle. Man who woke up from a 244-day coma, struck and killed by a pickup truck.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that's right.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Biden got hit by a car? What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Oh.
I didn't think I need this for Han. Good one. All right.
Well, that's it. How did it happen? Do they?
You know the rules of headlines. We just read the headlines. We make up our own stories. Yeah.
I'll tell you how it happened. Jill kicked him in the back of traffic.
Tim Walz probably was involved. What's his name? Tim Walz.
Hey, hang on. What's to like about Tim Walz? I'm just curious. Go ahead. If I'm so angry.
I just told you I don't like. I could care less about.
Did the truck driver?
Literally,
You're very angry.
Anything about him? No. I'm angry at you. I'm trying to bring you back to reality.
Did the truck driver?
How am I not in reality?
Excuse me?
Did the truck driver apologize?
Well, listen, we get to write our own story. Here's a story. Doctors pull a 26-inch eel out of a man's backside after he forced the live creature into his anus, along with a lemon, and it started to bite his large intestine. It's a lot to unpack there.
Ah, good one.
I did not mean that. Thank you.
Not bad. Not bad. How is the bell not ringing?
I know, right?
Yeah.
You know, I gotta play cool here.
You can ring your own bell.
When was Richard Gere's last movie?
Hey, yo.
Oh.
An eel.
How big of an eel?
26-inch.
That's a big eel.
How do you even have an eel?
You can get an eel.
Why do they add the lemon?
Dude, go fishing in the canal. You can get an eel.
I know.
I can do an eel in 5 minutes.
No, because seafood always tastes better with lemon.
I mean, maybe that's like to. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that's a rough one. And the last one.
Boy, it got all the way up into it. How the hell did it burrow its way?
No, there had to be.
I wonder if the lemon's like a lure.
There had to be.
Where are you? It's like, whoa, whoa.
That's like, wait, that's the back of my throat.
Right. Like it was in there for days. He was randomly at work on a Tuesday. Woo.
Wow. That makes putting a gerbil up there seem like nothing.
Oh, that's child's play. Please.
Oh, yeah. That's like...
We did that in 2nd grade. This is a stupid one, but I just liked it. A couple with an owl. A couple had an owl to bring the ring bearer at their wedding, and it flew away. Sorry, stupid, but I liked it. And number one, our king of the headlines, Han's boy. I think you guys saw this story. RFK Jr. says he dumped a dead bear in Central Park after ditching plans to skin it in a bizarre video. Did you see that whole story?
No.
You saw this, right?
I heard about the dead bear, yeah.
I mean, the headlines, like he killed a bear and then it was in his trunk and didn't know what to do with it. And he said it was a joke, so he dumped it in Central Park, but he got caught.
Yeah, it's like
I'm just saying, when it comes to weird headlines, RFK is.
It's like his uncle just replaced bear with girl.
Right. Park with pond.
Drunk woman.
Yeah, drunk. It's the same
Park
thing.
pond.
Replace bear with drunk woman.
Bear is Kennedy code for a woman.
Which is a long way of saying. Let's nail another one here. When does RFK drop out and endorse Trump? Did you see the fake news that
the
RFK
Kamala Harris thing?
like about
jockeying for
2 weeks ago. Again, someone just put it out there. All the news ran with it that RFK was going to endorse Kamala.
Yeah.
And I think any rational person's like, no, he's not going to do that. And sure enough, they all ran with it and it was fake and a lie.
Didn't Kamala just get banged up a little bit for
Hey, careful. That's your future president you're speaking of.
fake stories, like manipulating stories?
Oh, yeah.
Google searches.
They were going on Google searches and paid ads
how's
and
that?
changing headlines.
How's that, by the way, how's that not interference, election interference, or misinformation, as they say?
She hasn't gotten to vote and she's going to be the president.
No, I know. Oh, I know.
You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because Tim Walz is that good.
Yeah, no. Because guys like you are defending clowns like Tim
I didn't
Walz.
say a single word about Tim Walz. Never once watched the tape.
Well, I tried to say something about Tim Walz, but you wouldn't let me because you're so angry about it.
What did I say about Tim Walz?
You didn't say anything. You just started screaming.
Exactly.
I don't even remember what he said.
Trying to host a show here. Psycho.
Psycho.
When is... So the word on the street is RFK will drop out, endorse Trump, and Trump will put him in his cabinet, Health and Human Services.
Oh, bravo. Please make it happen.
Not bad.
Pfizer and
good,
Moderna.
right?
Pfizer and Moderna will have him murdered in 5 minutes after that announcement comes out.
All right, we'll start with a new segment here. I mean it. Ready? We're going to the board, and we mean it. Before I mention it to you guys, did either of you know what AGI is?
It's not like a... It's like a company.
Hold on, I'm gonna get my bell ready here.
Yeah. No, they are. They're the insurance company that got screwed in the 2008 scandal by Bear Stearns. No, not by Bear Stearns, by Goldman Sachs.
Yeah, they got screwed. They sold $1 trillion.
Am I wrong? What's the AGI?
AIG.
Oh, AIG. Okay.
Yeah, we were almost there.
We're almost there.
All right, so there's the big board.
AGI.
Artificial General Intelligence. Okay? We are... AI is going to take over the world. I was going to say earlier all the things that we kind of said were right would build up some credibility with the audience. But I think me and Han have destroyed that in the meantime. You screwed it up. Now they're not going to trust us with the most important thing here.
What did I screw up?
Oh, God, you're the worst.
Did I say anything inaccurate today?
So, AGI, Artificial General
School would be ready.
Intelligence.
I said I got questions.
Artificial General Intelligence. Okay.
Yeah.
When you ask people, no one knows what it is. I've gone up to 20 people now. I'm just people I know and random, like these are normal, smart, blue collar or whatever people. Like,
do they know who barbecue is?
nobody knows. Well, they do because they watch the show. Nobody knows what AGI is. And you ask people what artificial intelligence AI is, they think they know, and they know a portion of it, but they don't know.
Yeah, it's the thing that writes papers for kids.
That. Again, you're talking about Chat GPT, right?
Yeah.
So let's just go to the board and get this over with. So, everything you see, these products, there's one path to AGI. It's its own separate thing. It's an absolute supercomputer that does everything. Two things. One, I'm going to sound crazy in the next 5 minutes. Stick with me. And two, I've listened to about 300 or 400 hours worth of shows and videos and reading, like I'm very deep into it. Too deep, maybe.
Boy.
So I just want to know the basics.
Okay.
And then we can talk about it because it's the most important thing in the world and no one knows. I'm just going on the record. I am no expert. I could barely send an email. My knowledge is that thin. So if you want to come at me, you win. You get it. I'm just going with the basics here. AGI, once it's achieved, everything on Earth changes. It's just this knowledge explosion, okay? AGI means the artificial intelligence can do all the jobs of a human. It's the same level intelligence. So whatever you do, you're a real estate agent, you're a writer, you're a teacher, everything. It hits
bookkeeper?
Anything. And literally, it can essentially do every job, okay? It's got that level of intelligence.
Yeah, but it doesn't have thumbs.
Because it does, eventually.
So hang on a minute. So the AGI is the new assistant superintendent for Lowell Public Schools?
No, it'll be the real superintendent.
Yeah, but can it make jokes?
No, we will get to that.
Okay.
We will get to that. That's great that you said that. But nobody knows what AGI is. Once it hits, everything on Earth changes. Everything. Like within 5 years, it cures every single disease. Like it does unimaginable things, right? And you've been hearing about this your whole life. How, we're going to have flying cars. We're going to have this. The really, really smart people, the people involved, it's a small number of people, like Elon and Google and this, these small groups, Sam Altman, they're all saying like, it's really close. Like it's like 2 years away. And once that's achieved, everyone's entire lives changed. No one knows what's going to happen.
We're not going to have power anymore.
Well, that's the thing. To get there, you're going to need to use a lot of power. But that will solve all the problem. That will cold fusion, regular fusion, whatever, clean energy. AGI will solve everything.
Yeah, but it's still programmed by a human, though.
No, it starts thinking for itself. So
that sounds safe.
Thank you. That's why we have the board.
I know, right?
Ready?
Well, I can't wait for this idea, Batch.
Here's where we're at right now. That's the line to AGI. On the right, Chat GPT, right?
Yeah.
Anyone watching this thinks I'm an asshole? I am. But there's a lot of people that you need to know what AGI means. It's the most important thing. And in the world, and no one knows what it is, and it's really close to happening. ChatGPT, that's the road to general intelligence, where the computer thinks for itself, gets smarter. Once it gets as smart as a human, it just makes a million copies of itself. It does. It just keeps thinking and improving, and it never stops, and it never sleeps. And there's a million of them working at the speed of computers. And it just is this intelligence explosion. And it's close. ChatGPT is just, think of it as an app on your phone or a product, right? But that's the road. That's a little dead end. It can get really good. It can be amazing, but it's not general intelligence. To the left, you see robots. China, Asia, they're much better than us at robotics. But we're ahead at AGI, and AGI is all that matters. So when people say, oh, China's ahead in artificial intelligence, they have no idea what they're talking about. They're talking about products. This is something different. AGI can make any weapon. It can make current. It's nuts. I told you I would sound crazy, but it's the truth. So I want you all to just do a little research. Check out AGI.
Well, what's the spy?
Elon, whoever it is, the smartest people in the world. Above that is ASI, artificial superintelligence.
No, the spy.
We're not ready for that one yet.
The spy pod.
Okay, so like China, again, people, oh, China's ahead. They're great with spying on their own people and enslaving their people. China's amazing. With their retinal technology, AI, you can scan everything.
Jaywalking, $10 fine.
Wait, what kind of?
No more social media for you.
I'm so glad you said that. You know why? Jaywalking is a $10 fine, right? You don't have money. You got your digital
currency.
Digital currency, and you have your social credit score, right?
Yeah.
When you jaywalk, you get hit with the fine before you cross the street.
Yeah.
That's what they're using artificial intelligence for, to enslave their own people. They're wasting it. AGI.
And who says we're not going to waste it, though?
Oh, hey, hang on.
Because
everything's.
All right, you ready? You ready for this?
Yeah.
It's so important that you can't let some tech nerds in San Francisco control this. It's going to control, whoever gets AGI dominates the world. It doesn't matter. Whoever gets there first wins.
You just got to unplug it, though.
Not so fast. So
I agree with Patch. Let's just unplug the thing.
The government
See you later.
is going to have to take over these tech companies.
Oh, that makes me feel warm and fuzzy. The government can't do anything.
What if there's a Manhattan Project next year and Trump is the president and he puts Elon in charge of it?
Well, Trump's already.
Then I would trust it more.
Trump has already.
Although
he's already proposed it.
It's still dangerous. At least Elon, I'll say this, he acknowledges the risks.
Oh yeah.
And he also acknowledges that lunatics are going ahead forward with it.
Mention that there is about a 10% risk that we all die. But humanity is completely wiped out. Everyone needs to understand, you can't stop this from happening. You can't stop it. Everyone's like, just slow down, do this. You can't, because then China catches you. China is not stopping, no matter what. We're ahead. We're going to win. We will dominate them. If we stop or slow down, China, Russia's the joke. Forget about them. China, if they catch us and they get to AGI first, they win and they dominate the world. And they're not going to be as safe and as ethical and as moral. They're going to use it to enslave us and then dominate the world however they want.
It
is the most, everything ever invented. The wheel, fire, nuclear weapons, gunpowder. Like, think of everything in one. And it's going to happen in 2 years. I know I sound crazy. We'll see.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Your undying love for the freedom of the people of Ukraine, right? So in China, they have this strict rules, right? Tyrannical government.
I heard they
retinal
let
scans.
Gabbard That's how I heard how bad they were.
Yeah. But anyhow.
Was that on that the whole time?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So would you agree that this technology is being used to oppress the people of China?
Oh yeah, and it's a good chance. It's a good chance they'll oppress
So you're
all these movies. I was talking about someone last night, and I had the same thought. All these crazy sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
They're real. They seem very real to me.
Let me ask you a question.
It's like you have a couple people living in the country, and the cities are just hellholes.
So your beloved Ukrainian government.
No. See?
He did say he likes the people, or the people that are living free and then
living free. Okay, great. Okay, fine. So,
thank you.
I heard
Zelensky and the government, who we give an untold fortune to,
very corrupt.
Well, we did put him in there, so
did agree to the WEF's pilot program here with social credit score and all that other stuff, and the same similar AI technology that the people of China live under. Ukraine has dove in headfirst to sacrifice their population.
What have they done?
To get European funding.
Yeah.
And World Economic Forum help.
I disagree. I hate that.
You're okay with that? Oh, you hate that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious where you stand here because, like,
that's it.
When's the last time Ukraine had an election?
When's the last time you saw the most important thing in the history of the world happen and you're talking about fucking this nonsense? Forget about it.
I just want to know your appetite for protecting the people of Ukraine.
I am going to there's a problem, is that some of this ChatGPT-5 is supposed to be the next big release.
So hang on,
They've
how do we
using something? They won't release it before the election because it will influence and screw up the election. This stuff.
Is this Project Strawberry?
That is, but it's called Q-Star. But now it's called Strawberry.
This reminds me a little bit of when before the Segway came
I know there are people watching this.
Remember when the Segway came out?
No. This is not the Segway. This is. But you know what? I remember. Here's the problem with the Segway. They didn't say what it was.
Hey, where did it end up with Nels downtown?
The Segway. They hyped it so much, but again, if you trust Elon and you trust all these experts, these people, you all have to go deep and search AGI tonight. It's not some fantasy. It's close. And when it happens, your entire life. The reason I'm going so deep on this is my oldest daughter is about to be a senior in high school, and she's going to college. These people are not joking. They're like, half of the degrees will be useless by the time she graduates in 5 years. Half of the degrees are useless. You just took on $200,000 worth of college debt for whatever, and now your job doesn't exist anymore.
See, I agree with that.
That is why I got sucked into this, and now I'm like, wow, people just don't know. So people need to know. So again, we have our small little community here.
Yeah.
When I say, not say I'm right, but when I say Ukraine could win, it's like, you sound like an asshole and a psycho, but like, maybe they're not crazy. Don't agree with me. Just say maybe I'm not.
See, what I've been reading a lot about the power side of this, like the actual
energy.
The energy
super
side
important.
And what I started thinking is I saw that there was a deal made between some of the large, artificial intelligence researchers or companies, whatever, with power companies. And I can see a future. Well, I can see a future where power is diverted and like you have to, the price of energy goes up for people like us. And then you end up having to there's no guarantee you're going to get electricity 24 hours a day 5 years from now.
We're going to need
have to buy
like this.
Well, we talked about this last show, right? About how these big companies, Microsoft, they're investing a ton.
I think we talked
money.
about it after the show.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
So anyway, if you don't know, companies like Microsoft and these big giant AI companies are spending a fortune in power production
to get there. Again.
Yeah, on-site power production, their own theoretical nuclear power
if you listen to the best, the best AI scientist in the world is a guy named Ilya Stutz Brother or something like that.
Stutz Brother?
No, it's not that. But he's Ilya.
The original name?
It's a lot. Like when you watch this movie,
check the family tree.
He was from Russia.
There it is.
He was a Jewish Russian who immigrated to Canada and goes into a science lab with this guy Geoffrey Hinton, who is the godfather of AI. These perfect worlds. The greatest AI scientist meets the guy. You know what I mean? It's
like Edison hires Tesla to work in his lab.
It's exactly that. Like I'm telling you, that's in the movie.
A joke combo.
Sure. This guy went for Google. Actually, when Elon is the one who started OpenAI.
Yeah,
For those who don't know, OpenAI owns ChatGPT. That's their problem.
Was it Larry Page?
OpenAI is the leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Elon founded it because it wanted to be open and free. So when they come out with these products, they want everyone to be able to see it. It's open source. It's not some hidden secret sauce, which is amazing. You're kind of giving it to the world. Sam Altman, the CEO, just kind of pushed Elon out and closed it down and then sold 49% to Microsoft. But either way, Elon is the one who hired Ilya, brought him over. About 8 months ago, Ilya is in charge of the safety. We'll get into that next episode. The safety, the alignment. Okay, you want this thing. There's different levels of safety.
People are going to be buying fallout shelters after they listen to that episode.
There's two very different levels of safety. There's China coming in and stealing your algorithms, safety.
Yeah.
Or there's the AI is trained like Google did that white people don't exist. Like they really did that on their Gemini product.
Oh yeah.
So you can't. It's so dangerous. Like you have to see everyone is even. That's the only way you could do it, right? Ilya was in charge of that, and one day just got up and left. And the debate is, what did he see? Like, how advanced is this thing?
At Microsoft?
And everyone's like, we can't. They're saying the rumors are.
Which one? At Microsoft's or at Elon Musk's?
At OpenAI.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, because you gotta.
He was in charge. The safety team, the alignment team, right? They're just as important as anyone, because you ever heard of the paperclip theory with AI? Again, this is a robot without humans or emotions or anything. And at some point, it will get very robotic. You'll have robots. You've seen it. Elon's making them right now. He's making, I forget the name.
Yeah,
Optimus.
Yeah,
Optimus.
I know he believes that.
And he says he's going to make.
Everyone's going to have multiple
He's
robots.
not joking. He's like, it's going to be 1 billion of them. There's robots everywhere. The robotics are coming, but it sounds so crazy that I kind of don't go there. But either way, the safety is very important. OpenAI has had 3 different full safety teams just get up and leave.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta,
Everyone's like, what's happening there? Are they just
if you
gas pedal?
Yeah.
And I'm okay with gas pedal because you got to beat China.
But if you took a, let's say you reach this, AGI thing, like level in 2 years, and you ask it what's the best way to, curb this problem and that problem, half the time the answer is, there's too many people.
Right. Oh, sorry. That goes back. Oh, yeah. I know that.
So
that's what's exactly what.
So the morality comes in, right? And it's
you have to build it in. Humans are important. Like, you have to care about people.
Right, but that could.
But if you took just like you said, if you took an AI and said your job is to make paper clips, don't let anything stop you make paper clips. It'll never stop till every human on Earth is dead and the whole universe is full of paper clips. If it's able to build more robots that can make more paper clips, it's that. So you have to get the alignment. That's what it's called.
Right, there is a physical limitation, and it does exist in a physical world. Though you can't get around that.
Oh yeah, no, there's risks. There's real risks.
I have a question. How is Batch possibly wrong by simply pull the plug and cut the power source?
Because once AGI is hit, it's smarter than all of us. Okay, here's a good simple example here. AGI is smarter than any human that's ever lived. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Immediately, it's gonna make 1 million copies of itself. Anything smarter than that realizes, just like we do, your first most important thing to do is to survive, right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's all that matters. Every time you wake up, that's rule 1. So it just embeds itself everywhere. It spreads everywhere. It's in every power grid. It's somewhere. It's everywhere. That's the fear that we're so close to it right now. They do these training. Eventually, one of these training models will hit that level. But it can hit AGI while it's training, and you don't even know it. You got like a rogue one out there. We're getting that close to it. See what I'm saying?
I don't see how that stops Batch from pulling the plug and killing the power and having it all not work anymore.
Again, it's a computer. It could sit there. You can find it. You turn the power back on in 20 years. We're all Amish for 20 years.
Fine.
Turn it back on.
No, I'm just.
Guess who's in charge?
Well, yeah, I mean, but I think there's.
I'm just pointing out that there is a theoretical stopgap.
Right, and I think the biggest thing we get
like a human. Think of something much. ASI, okay?
Okay, again, but like
humans program it. So
yeah,
they program a way to AGI. How do I make money off of you? And
so AGI can create a program on how to build a super weapon, but you need materials. You're
shutting up the computer before drones, robots, everything else. And I don't even want to go here on the first. We'll go there later. That's something. Yeah. But I don't want to go too deep on that because it gets.
No, I think it's huge potential, but I don't think it's
AGI will control every smart car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then all you got to do is just go. You build a car without the bugs. Think about
you're going to need a 68.
There's so many
68 vet, baby.
What you're going to need is people to know how to use old school skills to get around this stuff.
You are going to have Amish people, and it's going to be. Please don't tap. It's going to be.
That's not us.
That was definitely him
talking. No, did you hear that?
I didn't even hear anything.
I saw you tap it. There's going to be modern Amish people within the next 5 years.
Well, they are modern. They just live an Amish way.
Oh, we could debate that all day, couldn't we? And it's going to be conservatives. And there are going to be people, which we're going to put a button on this show here. I'm not saying them exactly, but when I say these people are Russian propagandists, some of them, they really are. The only way China and Russia can stop us right now is to turn our population against science. And to do that, they're going to take all of their propagandists. I will write the names on the board, and in a year, these will be the 5 biggest people against AI. We're trying to kill the world, and all conservatives are going crazy trying to stop it. And I guess I would have just gotten lucky, right? I've already given you some names. Let's see how this plays out.
Don't you think the left is probably we know that they're we
don't want them in charge either.
No,
like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't want, we don't want
they enjoy
Keir Starmer and all that. We don't want them.
I mean, remember COVID? Like, they love giving up freedom. Or even just...
I know.
I mean...
It's going to be crazy. Like
in the name of public good. Like,
remember, AGI it's going to cure all diseases. Like, it's not crazy. Like, blind people will see in 5 years.
No, if they have enough money to do
aging.
it.
They have already said we can reverse aging.
If
aging
you have enough money, it's going to end
up... It's not something that happens. It's disease.
What this is going to do is it's going to take the richest people in the world and be able to utilize it. And the rest of us,
very possible. Very, very possible.
Just language.
But...
And then we'll revolt and we'll overthrow the AGI.
We'll need a UBI, Universal Basic Income, because so many people are going to lose their jobs.
That's definitely coming. We've already been trained for that.
And again, there's a debate. Do you want to give people money, or do you want to give them all an agent? Give them their own AGI, and you can be creative with it.
Yeah, but it'll be controlled. Do you ever see?
It will be, because you have to. Like,
have you ever watched
China will give them technology.
Black Mirror, the show on Black Mirror.
I keep hearing about that, but I've never seen it.
Oh, what a shame! You've never seen Black Mirror.
It's basically all of this stuff. Like, there's one on the social credit score. There's one on.
Oh, good.
There's a whole building full of people that bicycle every day for electricity.
Oh yeah.
And then when they watch TV, the thing reads like they have to watch if they don't watch TV. Or like sit through the commercials, they have to pay credits, and everything's basically monetized, and these people are just used to power.
Yeah, there's all different episodes that have to do like
it's
the crime,
like
what you saw. So like, let's say we committed a crime. Let's say Batch and I commit a crime.
Yeah.
So like, like a cop could just go up to us, hit a button, and it'll replay everything we saw.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
So you can't hide a crime.
I've heard references to this show, but I've never seen it.
Oh, you'd love it.
It was like 5 or 6 years ago, but
it's insane. Yeah,
it's on
3.5 minutes.
It's one of the most messed up shows.
It's on Netflix and Prime.
And every episode,
you love it.
I will check it out for sure. All right, ready? Just to put an end to this, it's gonna be the most important thing in your life. So I'm just telling everyone, just look up AGI, start looking into it, watch videos. Not this one. I'm a dopey guy. Just giving a dopey. I'm relaying a message.
You should
AGI,
but it is worth learning about, because when you can't get power anymore for like when you have to buy hours of power, or like why is my electrical company saying I have to choose a level of service, like that's coming. Like
AGI is as smart as all the humans. Okay, it can do anything it wants. ASI is as smart as all humans combined. Keep that as a rule of thumb.
But we're not smart together.
Kids need to know.
Groupthink is dumb.
And here's the problem: to get to AGI, we'll need 20% of the United States energy grid to get there.
So Elon's been ringing the alarm about this for quite some time, right?
He's given up.
Are we going to need?
He's gone. He's gone. He knows.
We need him to save us.
He knows. Yes, we are.
He's building his own AI platform now, isn't he?
He's got XAI.
But there's also the guy that's in a Tesla around.
He's about to build the largest supercomputer
for shits
right
and
now.
giggles.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
NVIDIA chips, H100s.
Yeah.
You've got new ones coming out, Blackwells. You have to have these with actual old-fashioned energy, compute power, actual power. Combine the two, you're going to get to AGI. Elon has kind of skipped a bunch of steps because he's so rich, and it's great. So again, the United States has to win. China wins, we're done. And that happens in a couple of years. If we win, we kind of want Elon or one of them. We don't want Google and some super woke place to win. Okay? But either way, the government's going to have to take it over. It's too powerful. It's the most disruptive technology in the history of the world. There's going to be a Manhattan Project. It's just the way it is.
I got to learn how to make a log cabin.
Informed.
And I got to learn how to ride a horse.
You need to have a drone-proof log cabin.
I'm going the Amish.
I'm going to enjoy.
I'm going the Amish.
Until it settles, it's going to be nuts. And I know I sound crazy, but one day I won't.
Universal income's coming. I knew it in COVID.
UBI.
Somewhere, Andrew Yang is smiling from ear to ear.
Oh, yeah. Just think about it in like 12 years, a presidential election.
And he was just talking about automation.
Think about this. In 12 years, right?
Yeah.
The world could be so crazy with this that the president running for election, like, the unemployment rate is at 50%. Really? And the guy running against him will be like, I can get it to 60.
Yeah.
How does it? We are heading for strange times.
The Merrimack Valley's been toying with universal income for years.
What if you convinced the religions of the world that this is evil?
Oh Oh yeah,
and the devil, which you maybe might not be a bad idea, but
I just told you that it's going to be American conservatives that push back the most.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying it's all because of
only a small.
There is a real religious element of it, but we got to keep the show under an hour, so we got to do it.
Well, let's do a little teaser.
You know what? You want to go over an hour? Fuck it, let's go. I got
so Muslims and Christians, what's that? About 4.5 billion people? 4?
No, about
3.
About 3.
3 and change. 3.5.
I haven't checked my charts lately. I'm going to go with 3.
Okay, so
2 and 1.
3.5 billion people. If those two groups combined and say this is evil and it could get us all killed, or enslaved, you know. It's very likely.
I mean, I'm Catholic, but I don't really.
You're going to get some form
I'm not saying it's all butterflies.
Some form of universal basic income, and you're going to essentially be a slave to whoever has control of the system, right?
Yeah,
so
but
like,
we've seen it works. It does.
And I know a lot of people would say that's not the system we have now, right? But it's, there is this.
I'm not saying, and again, I'm not.
There is some upward mobility.
I don't disagree with it, and people are fine with it.
Well, this takes the dynamic of the power at top. And then the masses at the bottom, and it goes to like 0.0001%, and then like 99.99.
When you talk to people like Elon, Ilya, look up Ilya 𝒂𝒊𝒐𝒔. Look him up. I mean it. Like he has a couple of videos out there, and it's like he's very hopeful, but he's like, we gotta be really careful here. This thing could go badly.
We've listened, like when you listen to Elon, he's basically like, hey, I've been asking all these questions about safety and how should we do this responsibly to make sure mankind doesn't get destroyed through this process, and no one gives a flying shit about it.
Right. So you know what he's done?
Which is disturbing.
He's given up.
He's trying to beat him to the top.
Exactly.
Which, okay, fine.
But he'll still try to monetize it, and that'll.
Yeah.
So the debate you said, like, we need to stop this, and the religious people.
Yeah.
Take all those people and they do that.
Yeah.
The only way to stop it is to nuke China, because they're not going to stop, and they're not religious.
Well, yeah, well, maybe.
And they can't win. United States has to win. We have preferences inside, but they're not stopping. So we are on this path, and it's sort of a path of insanity. I mean it, but I think it could turn out well. It could kill us all.
If you had 3.5 billion people that want to blow you off the map, maybe it would dissuade you from trying to win that race.
If I said this to people, right? Aliens are coming to Earth in 2 or 3 years. Right? This is happening. And they're going to, part of the most important part about aliens coming to Earth would be their technology.
We haven't talked about aliens in a while.
You should call this show the Rabbit Hole Show.
No. I'm off aliens. It doesn't matter, because what I'm about to say. If aliens, we used to talk about it, right? Anyone that's thought about it, it'd be like, unbelievable, where'd you come from and all that. But the technology they would give us, right? That would change our lives. We would have the technology that they.
Assuming they would do that, they might just take over and sell.
Well, let's say they did, right? That would be our hope, right?
That's
half of that.
Yeah.
Half of that is about to happen. We're about to get the insane super alien technology. So
you can't change human.
We're getting their technology. They didn't arrive here. Who cares anymore? Who cares if they did? AGI is more interesting than actual aliens landing to me. And that's saying a lot, because you know I'm a big fan.
Well, I will say this. I think the biggest thing that this stuff is great, but the human nature is basically evil. So I feel like this is probably going to lead to.
At some point, there will be millions of death. Because picture this. Do you ever use the modern AI systems, like the apps and the DVDs?
By accident. I mean, every time you look something up on Google, it gives you a quick, Do
you ever use it, huh?
What, ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Have you ever? You can use it. I'm not sure if it's that one. There's all these different ones, right? Like Claude and Gronk and
Mikhail uses it.
Right. You can open your fridge and take a picture, and it shows everything in there, and it can tell you how to make a meal instantly. Right now, you can do that. Take a picture of your fridge. They go, you have mayonnaise and lettuce and this, and it's like, boom, those are all your ingredients. You can make whatever.
Oh, God, it's not going to mix the milk in the Guinness, is it?
We're working out the kinks. But
sounds like too much reading to pick up a good meal.
That's right now, right?
Actually, you can make a good cheese sauce with Guinness milk.
What kind of bioweapon could you make in your garage? What kind of bioweapon could you make?
Taco Bell.
If I just walk into Home Depot, with my phone on, I was like, okay, here's what I have access to, right?
Well, yeah,
it's so dangerous that the government has. And it's so nuts. Like, you can make a bioweapon that kills everyone on Earth except for the Hans. The Chinese. Han Chinese.
I'm like, wait,
Not-
is
yeah.
there that many of you guys?
Yeah, no, I'm saying, the Chinese,
All the Hans? I only know one.
not the snowshoe wearing bisexual Hans. I'm talking about Chinese.
What? What?
Wait, he should apologize. Would Asa apologize?
Tim Walz would.
He's still angry about the Tim Walz.
No.
I'm not angry.
I don't even like Tim Walz.
You're having a different conversation.
Totally.
But just imagine that, right? So the government has to take it over. It just has to, and then it pieces it out. Okay, here you go. You can be the healthcare.
But who's the government? Isn't people think the government's like? Look at our food.
We're in this dilemma. Like it's real.
But look at food, right? Yeah. Food is FDA is controlled by big pharma and agribusiness, right?
Okay.
So the FDA is part of government.
100%.
So
Yep.
when you say government will control it, it's going to be the people in government are subservient to the tech companies and everybody else. They will.
It's going to be weird because
there is no
these
control.
Tech companies, they have to all come together. I mean, the government could, because remember, the whole time they're doing this, the Pentagon, they're doing the same exact thing. You know what I mean? You've got the NSA must have even better AI than us.
The government doesn't give a shit about us.
But they're going to have to.
No, they don't.
Yes, they can, because when no one has a job, that's how you overthrow the government. You got to keep people happy.
No, but then the robots are.
I don't want to be the one just.
They're gonna fucking throw paper clips at everybody.
Look into AGI. Look at the pros and the cons. Honestly, it's kind of like a 90-10 pro. Like there's a real plentiful bounty. Everything is cheap.
Yeah, but that's not what happens. Look at the internet.
Yeah.
The promise of the internet. What's the internet used for? Porn and
no, it's great.
Porn and making fun of people. That's it.
Betting on English soccer.
Right, like what?
Betting on everything.
I mean, has the internet?
Betting on video games.
Can you really say like this? And this is
Shout out Hong Tiang.
What a shame they don't have.
This would be an interesting topic for maybe not a show, but like when you look at every human advancement, I think on balance it's been negative.
No, yeah, no,
you
you're
can't say you can't.
Yeah, you can't.
Fire might have been the last good one.
absolutely not.
Fire.
Fire was the last good one.
I have a question on AGI.
Go.
I'm first to AGI. I can harness electromagnetic energy fields.
Oh no, literally, you can do anything.
I can solve my energy problem right from the jump.
Fusion instantly that day. You answer fusion.
Now
you have clean, bountiful energy.
Can I then use my AGI to simply sabotage everyone else's
Yes.
efforts?
That's what you do. That's why the government has to.
So you have to win so that you can just destroy everyone else's technology.
Everyone does
one shot.
Everyone dances around.
This sounds like an interesting race.
Well, no. Everyone dances around it. It's us versus China, right?
So I got to invest in Elon's chips. Is that what you're saying? Let's talk about how we're going to make money out of it.
Han, say it's you versus China, right?
Yeah.
You get it. There's this race. Right now, we're about a year ahead of China with AGI. They're ahead of us with robots and spying on their citizens. And that's what people think AI, that's the whole point of this. No one understands what it really is. It's that all-encompassing general intelligence. It knows everything. Once you hit AGI, if you were ahead of China by a year, you're immediately 30 years ahead of them. That's how it explodes, like that. There's no catching you. They can get to their form of AGI, right? But you already know what's going to happen, so you can say, hey, listen, I control everything you do. I control your entire network, your grids, your nukes, your everything. I don't hate you. I'm going to put a throttle on what you're allowed to do. You're allowed to have free healthcare and cure cancer and do this and have clean water and clean energy. But once you cross this threshold, I will annihilate you. And we'll know it because they'll need so much power and computer chips, which we have taken away all their computer chips, the NVIDIAs. Okay. That was the whole purpose. That's what Biden did right.
Cure cancer. Did you hear that?
Oh, for sure.
There's no money in cures.
Big Pharma will destroy this program.
Won't let it happen. There's no way. There's no
Big
way.
Pharma will choke this in the crib. Like
Elon gets AGI. You don't think he would cure cancer? And I know that people that
it's not about Eli. It's about the people who make money off.
Oh no! When you say cure cancer, they'll find the cure for cancer. We won't be able to access it.
Just can't afford it.
What? Ivermectin is 2 cents a pill, my friend.
It's gonna be like what's that movie where all the
on cue, baby.
Yeah.
Right. What is there? Just on message boards.
You know what's gonna happen? This ASI, we hit the super intelligence, and it says, "Oh, you want to cure cancer? Just take ivermectin." That's what it's gonna say.
Son of a bitch.
Like all you had to do was take ivermectin, dummy.
It's $1 billion a pill.
They all worship Han just randomly.
Yeah.
But there's none of the stuff. All this stuff, everything you're talking about. Yeah, we have a cure for cancer, but you have to pay for it. So that's not going to be.
No,
it's not going to do any. It's not going to do any different.
Listen to these guys.
They're not going to give it out for free.
Well, no one's going to have jobs, and if you can't afford to do anything, what's the point of having it? If I can cure cancer and no one can afford it and no one has a job,
Well, you don't
what's
think
the point?
You don't think
you'd be a nice person? Give it
Look
away.
at all the money people make in the third world. There's tons of rich people in the third world. There's like 90% of the 99% of the people are poor, but there's always that 1%.
Yeah,
That's
true.
That's what the U.S. is going to turn. This will turn us even more into a third world country.
No, it won't. It'll just make us the dominant, and that's
There'll
it.
just be heaps of
remember,
useless people.
whoever gets AGI, that's it forever. Like you got it. You got this sucker locked down.
So I
really want this to be.
Your theory is,
I want this to be the United States.
right, but we will never do it in a way that helps.
No, I'm not even debating that. I'm just saying. I'm not pushing back on his fears or yours or mine. I've got the same thing.
Yeah.
I just want to know what the world's going to be like in 5 years for my kid. What degree she should go for. Like if you were like a coder, computer coder, you're a smart.
You should watch Mad Max.
Computer coders are smart people, right? She will. Their jobs are gone. Like next year, they're already gone right now. They're already losing their jobs. If you're a travel agent, your job's gone.
learn to code is done.
It's the ultimate thing. The journalists who were douches all lost their jobs.
Journalists, what's that?
They're the ones that started to learn to code.
It's like the T-Rex.
Blue collar farmers. Ready? It's coming full circle. You're gonna like it. Blue collar farmers
Hang on.
were complained they were losing their jobs, and the snobby elite journalists said learn to code.
Yeah.
All the jobby elite journalists have lost their job because of the internet and because of propaganda and everything else.
Yeah.
They're all trying to learn how to code now. They're right back in their face. And now those jobs are gone too. And guess what?
So learn how to farm.
Learn how to farm. That's it.
Goes full circle. Okay.
Before we go, most importantly, we won't be here till September. I just realized I'm doing a show and I'm looking the wrong way. September 3rd is election night, primary here in Lowell. Second or third, one of those 2 days. I thought it was the third.
Whatever the
Doesn't
Tuesday
matter.
is.
Tuesday in September.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Inside Lowell will be broadcasting live.
We got to
get
get
us
drinks brought
live.
so we can have drinks brought up.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So, from what we
Batch has a nice way. We got to monetize this show.
don't have this hammered down, but there's going to be
Hammered.
There you go.
There's going to be a pre-show.
Yeah.
Getting you ready from 7 to 8. The big Register of Deeds in the 18th Middlesex. Those are the big local elections.
Should we
There
get-
are some other ones, but for us, that's why anyone's going to be watching us. Plus, they want to hear more AI talk, I'm sure.
Can we invite Sakari and Casella in for a quick
No.
5-minute? You can't do that on election day?
Why not?
No,
Whatever. It's
What do you mean?
it's
When do the polls close?
We're going
8
at
o'clock?
8.
8.
The person that will call will be the winner.
Yeah, all right.
WCAP, which normally does it, I don't think they're doing it. So we'll be the only show in town.
I don't know if they're on anymore.
We're going to have to fill a little time on that show. Maybe we can discuss financial
So here's the
opportunities
plan.
related to
Everyone wants to watch
AGI.
it.
I think Michaela's coming in too, right?
How?
Oh, is she the other person on that text?
Yeah.
I got this
Oh,
text.
you just had a number?
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Yeah. No,
Like,
Michaela.
oh, don't be an asshole, please. Don't be an asshole. No, it's Michaela. Nice. Good.
So
So,
was it Callie? I forget.
no, I'll take no. I would have had
No,
his
no,
number.
it's Michaela.
So 7 to 8. I know Mona Tyree, Teddy will be here. I think Ryan Gilday might. He was excellent last year.
He's great.
And I don't know. There'll be a pre-show, and then the way we set it up this year is like I've done these elections. I've done them on the radio. I've done them here.
Batch, we're doing the after party.
There's so much.
yeah.
It's what it is because there's so much downtime, and you say the same thing for an hour and a half straight, and it's the most boring piece of crap show there is.
So, Batch, you're going
this
to be here
year-
while you go run out back to crunch the numbers, guy?
Yeah.
This year,
That sounds
we're just going to do a show.
okay.
We're
1,
getting
2,
ring girls
3,
in with results.
and Michaela. We'll have a rotation. I'll probably help Teddy, but I'll come with you guys, and we'll have the results live, but we'll also just do an entertaining show. And for those that want it, and I know they do, you'll be able to chat live during that.
Well, I hope that you can
What?
ask AI to see how we can take phone calls here and put up videos.
I know. We got to get rid
Let's
of it.
go.
The Teddy AGI doesn't work.
All right.
We need
So
something
remember, homework assignment. I know I sound like a crazy person. You don't have to go deep
No,
down
you
this
don't,
rabbit.
I don't think you sound like a
Don't
crazy
go
person.
too deep. Everything on Earth is going to change in a couple of years because of those 3 letters. Nobody knows what they are, but you guys do now.
I'll work
So
on a
you're
drink
welcome.
sponsor for us.
All right.
you working on that. I'll work on saving the world.
Get Guinness in here. Let's
He'll
go.
work on getting
I have an
Republican majority in Congress. Everyone's happy, right?
Yeah.
Good. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Goodbye, everyone.
All right.